Cool.
Hi, it's Brad here for the Songbird HQ. I'm joined with John Hassall of the Libertines, Yeti, and John Hassall and the April Rainers. You've got a new song called Miracles just out, John, for the April Rainers. So we're going to talk about that today.
Yes.
But first of all, thanks for coming on. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, very excited. And it's been like been working on this album for like 7 years.
Mm,
Um, Kind of sitting with the same songs for 7 years. So it's really, really nice to find to finally come out with them, and
yeah, definitely.
yeah, and it's been 9 years since the last album.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just beautiful to finally come out with it.
Mm,
Yeah. Um, so yeah, it's really interesting to see, people's response to it because, if you're, I've kind of, we've kind of sat very much alone with
yeah.
these 10 songs for so long, without having, feedback from anyone really. So it's very exciting to see what people think of it, and it seems like a lot of people think it's very good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's lovely. Yeah.
It came at the right time with the heat wave in England as well. It's quite the sun side confused sort of vibe going with it. So perfect
Yeah,
timing.
kind of missed. I kind of missed that because being in
Yeah, yeah, of
Denmark,
course.
it was kind of probably freezing or something. Yeah, but, but yeah, no, that's yeah. I think yeah, that was good. That yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, congratulations on Miracle on the release of Miracles. Did you want to just share a bit of the themes of the song and how that song came about?
Yeah. Okay. Well, basically, because I write nearly all of the songs on this album,
Yeah.
co-writes with a guy called Steve Burgess,
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know Steve.
who's
Yeah.
a poet and he knows it, and he's a brilliant poet, and so yeah, it's been collaborating with Steve on
No.
writing the songs, which is always fun because I think that's one thing. I think it's beautiful when you can finally, you write a song and it kind of works, and you feel like you've won with it. It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
But it's even better if you share that with someone else. If you've
Yeah,
done it
definitely.
together with someone else, it's even better because you're kind of sharing
Mm.
that joy, that creative um, process. So yeah, it's been a wonderful experience with Steve, and I think we kind of, for some reason, we're very much on the same page
No.
musically, and we have a lot of common interests, bands, and we have other stuff where we don't really lap over as much. But yeah, so we did these. I think we did 8 songs, me and Steve,
Okay.
on the album, and that's been really really fun to see how the songs kind of grew. How you might have one aspect of the song. It could be like, okay, one of the guys has put a mandolin in the song, for
Mm.
example, and that's just grown, and that's kind of become the song kind of comes into its own, but in unexpected ways. So yeah, so there's been a lovely process with that song. Miracles. It's quite a funny story. I've said it before, but basically, Steve gave me these lyrics,
Yeah.
and I thought I thought it sounded kind of just really seemed really familiar. Some of the themes in the song, and it seemed like, wow, it kind of reminds me of when I first started going out with my wife back then, in London when we were younger. And it turns out, I found out a few years later that actually he'd written about me and my wife in
Oh
the
wow.
song. So,
They
so that
might be
was really
six
funny.
later.
But yeah, I mean, because I guess like, but for me to have recognised that,
Mm.
it must have been good lyrics. If it kind of captured
Yeah.
lyrically, kind of captured my wife and I. So like in the video, you can see like you've got two actors kind of playing my wife and I when we were younger, like
Yeah.
loosely, not not directly, um, but kind of trying to capture that kind of young love in London.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was the lyrical theme to it, and then the song kind of grew from there. And we
Yeah.
got some great strings on there and some brass on there as well.
Yeah. Nice.
But I
Uh,
think also the other, one of the other, originally the song, this might be getting a bit nerdy, but originally the song and the choruses used to be like all really slow. So like the song would like slow down every chorus, and it'd be really slow, big chorus every time. And then like the bass player Alan, he said, I think you should just sack that off really. And it was a very good decision because I think it was a bit too much, having too many slow bits in there. But
mm,
yeah,
yeah.
so
Nice.
that's Miracles, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to ask about the influences, but I think that's sort of hit that on the head as it is. But was there anyone you were sort of obviously you
Um,
and Steve, I guess, sort of looking to or listening to when composing that track as well?
um, Not particularly, but I think we kind of wanted it. We wanted it to be quite a sort of upbeat and catchy song,
Yeah,
and I think we talked about that. A poppy song,
yeah,
and I think it kind of works really as
yeah. I think
that. I
yeah.
mean, there's a lot of the songs on the album are kind of they're quite poppy really.
Okay.
I think there's like one kind of slow song on there, but generally they're all pretty upbeat and
Nice.
poppy. Um, so yeah, but I think Steve, he's being a kind of poet. He kind of, I think he tends to like kind of slightly lyrical
Yeah.
lyrical focus songs. Um, but I think we have definitely have an overlap with Donovan. I think
Okay.
Donovan, for some reason or other, we both really love Donovan,
Mm.
and that's something that we kind of really share. I love Donovan. It's a bit random, but
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's great.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
some. So someone had said I saw something online which has said that people who've been going around, like there's a lot of people that they give this kind of fake news about people. Okay, someone's died, and it's not
oh yeah,
true, or
yeah.
someone's retired. Someone had said that Donovan had retired, but it wasn't true.
Oh,
It was a lie. It was
okay.
fake
Yeah.
news. He's still going.
Mm. Um, okay, obviously yourself and the rest of the April Rainers, you're all based in Denmark. Yeah, but obviously you do have a little bit of a relentless touring schedule here and there. How does that affect the dynamic of the band, or is that sort of not anything that affects?
I mean, it does definitely have a big effect on the band, really,
Mm.
because we can't do it as much as maybe sometimes we'd like to do it
Yeah,
because I've got got part of the Libertines, and that's kind of that's obviously my priority. So,
yeah,
um, yeah, I mean, we're all. I think you kind of have to get to the point where you have to use your time effectively because I think everyone is continuously pressed for time.
yeah.
No matter whether they're musician or whoever they are.
Mm.
I think people have to make the use of time effective, um, and so if you can't meet up as much as you maybe wanted to, when you do meet up, it's very constructive,
Yeah,
and you kind of get a lot out of it, and make value out of that. And it could be the same, maybe in your family, you could say, well, there's some people that can't be together with their kids as much as they wanted
mm.
to be, but when they are together with the kids, then they really, really are together with the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's about that, but being expanding your capacity to be able to do more stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone's kind of got a life outside of their priorities as well and stuff, haven't they? And it's finding that balance, definitely.
I mean, it's trying to find time for my snooker. That's the really hard thing. I mean,
I
like,
didn't know you were a snooker player, John.
yeah, I'm so dedicated, but I'm
Really?
so bad. But I never give up.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
really like relentless.
Nice.
Yeah, just
Oh,
just missing those puts all the time.
yeah. Do you know what? I've never played snooker. I've only ever been a pool in the pub sort of man. And I went on a stag do to a sort of spa resort, and they had snooker tables, and I just couldn't get over the size difference in the table. I'm not going to pot anything on this.
That's ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
so hard, and it
yeah,
looks so easy
yeah.
to. It's tragic.
Well, um, that sort of moves us on to pubs as well. I guess you played the Marquis in Covent Garden recently. I think it's great that you get to play like these huge stages around the world, but still come somewhere like Covent Garden and play to a crowd. How are you still enjoying that and getting out in the midst of the crowds? Okay.
That that was brilliant. And the thing is, like, if you do a gig, a gig like we did do, like with the Libertines, we did do
Yeah.
like a small pub tour,
Mm.
and it's just chaos, because like we've got like these tiny little dressing rooms, and we've got quite a big crew,
Yeah.
and like there's just too many people there, and which is great. As soon as you're on the stage, it's brilliant, but everything to get onto the stage is quite difficult, as being in quite a big band.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
like, that was just it was just joyful, really, and
Mm.
I felt that I felt the love.
Yeah.
I felt just kind of a lot of friendship, and
Yeah.
just
Definitely.
good times, and the sun was shining, and
Yes. Yeah.
it was just really really lovely. So want to do more
Yeah.
gigs. Yeah.
I couldn't get up for that, I'm afraid. It was a little bit late notice for me, but a lot of people I knew were there, and they said it seemed like they had a really good time, and it was a nice
Uh,
sort of old school style gig, I guess. Did you get to run out much of the new material?
I didn't do anything,
Oh, really?
none of the new material. In fact, I've done one, no, two songs we played live in
Okay.
the past, of the new songs, but yeah, no, we haven't played anything,
Oh,
pretty much. So it's gonna be really exciting
yeah.
to rehearse up the new songs, and because a big part of the album, actually, we had a very good violinist called
Hmm.
Clementine Brown, and she's playing on like half the tracks, and it just kind of really sounds great. And
Nice.
so yeah, hopefully we get Clem to play some gigs with us as well,
Yeah.
which would be really nice. It'd be great to come out with these new songs and play them live. It would be really really exciting.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
always nice to have new songs,
Mm.
to throw in the
Pick
set.
up the set a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Where does musical satisfaction come for you these days? Like, is it that writing of a song and the fleeting inspirations that come in those moments, or is it more getting in the studio, playing around and tweaking with it while laying it down, or is it getting out to a live crowd? Like, where does that come from for you, do you think?
Yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it? The different aspects of being a musician now, or being like a rock musician now. You have the writing process, recording process, and the live process, and then everything else around it. So I
Mm,
think,
yeah.
like, I wouldn't really say one's better than the other. Um, I um, I like all of the different aspects of it. I think uh, I do. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful process, you know. And I think with the last Libertines album, for example, you know, I think the way that everyone, you know, chipped in their own
Yeah,
way to make the album, and you know, and you know, I think you know, if you can kind of play to each other's strengths, you know, that's obviously a very good thing. And
mm.
you know, so I'd be the one, you know, saying, yeah, we got to be here tomorrow at 10 o'clock. You know, that would be the boring guy. Um, but
Every band needs
but
one, right? Everyone needs someone to organise them.
yeah,
And
you
it does
know,
seem like a real tight ship these days, the Libertines ship. I don't know if
it is.
it does translate.
Well, I mean, you know, we didn't have much to live up to in the past. You know, I mean, like
Yeah, yeah,
we were so untight ship before that, you know. But
mm.
now we are a tight ship,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's wonderful to see how, you know, Libertines, how much, you know, we've developed as a
Mm.
band, um, and you know, and our friendships together as well,
Yeah,
and how much
I think. Yeah, I think.
yeah how,
Sorry, you go, John.
no, I was just going to say, so I think you know, it's wonderful to see how it is possible to change,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
was going to say. Yeah, I think just the sort of dynamic of the Libertines and the history of the band, the fact that you're still together with the four of you and still touring and producing albums is a testament to that. I think.
yeah, absolutely, you know, absolutely. Um, yeah, I'm really looking forward to coming out with the Libs again. We're going to be
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
some festivals
Mm.
in the summer. I think it's starting next week actually.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's really, yeah, just fun.
I'll
It's
um
just fun, you know.
I'll
And
catch
it's
you guys at Hitchin Priory. I'll be at that one.
uh,
I'll do the Hitchin Priory Baby Shambles in Margate double header. It's a lot of travelling that weekend. I'll see if there's a space.
they're both in the same
Yeah,
weekend.
it's literally Saturday's
Ah,
Hitchin, then Sunday's Shambles at Margate. So you might have to clear out a few spaces on the tour bus.
I'll have to go down to that. Go down to the shambles.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be good. I think
Oh,
a few of
definitely.
us, obviously, Songbird has a base at Margate, so to speak. So, and a few of us will probably pop down.
Ah, great. I'll
But
see if they'll put me on the guest list. Hopefully.
if you ask nicely, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, just to touch back on the April Rainers album that's coming out, self-titled album that's coming out. Is there a particular moment that keeps coming back to you from creating the album? Is there something that you keep thinking on or drawing on?
Um, you know what? I honestly think, you know, I'm so subjective, but I think all of the songs are really strong, and I think they're all amazing, and uh, but yeah, there are a few moments, you know, where you have just a little key change, or you know, the strings comes in at the right
Yeah,
time, or stuff like that. So there's definitely there's a lot of moments on there, I think. Um, yeah, I think I'm just really excited to for people to hear it. I think it's going to be you know, there's also, I mean, there's a few tracks on there that are kind of maybe some more album tracks than single tracks,
yeah,
and they're kind of a little bit more kooky in a way, but but then that's kind of really appealing to me as well. And I think,
yeah.
well, sometimes that's what I'd want to hear. You know, if it was me listening to it, I'd be like, I want to hear that. A
Mm,
Land I Never Know, or whatever
yeah.
song it is, or Winter Term. Um, so
I think if you're
yeah,
playing the album, if you're playing the album start to finish, it's sort of it's nice to have those moments that just break things up a little bit and it's
yeah,
add different layer to
Yeah,
it here and there.
I mean, I think it's that thing, isn't it, about how the role of the album
Mm.
has changed, over the years, and how in the old days you have to buy an album, and because it costs so much money, you'd kind of
Mm.
have to really invest into it and really listen to those tracks, even the shit ones. You have to try and get into them. So luckily, none of them are shit, but it's good that people can,
Yeah, yeah,
get into the album, hopefully in the same way, and really kind of invest in the album.
yeah.
I still do that, I'm still like, certain albums where you can still hear the whole thing
Oh, as the artist
without
intended. Yeah,
without turning off after like the second song, where it was.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I like that. I always say it's as the artist intended it. You got to stick through the whole thing. There's different layers. Um, and then with like, oh, correct me if I'm wrong, but with the Libertines like writing and recording process now, I think the assumption's probably Peter and Carl sort of put stuff together, come with ideas, and then have a half-written song potentially for you and Gary to chip away at and add your bits to, or is that different for the April Rainers, or like how does that translate?
um,
Is that not the right process?
it's a good point. I think, like, well, I mean, I came with April Rainers. I came with uh, mine and Steve's songs,
Yeah,
or it was just maybe just my song, and but but actually the kind of actual recording process, um, I think they ended up sounding completely different than I'd kind of demoed them. Like there'd be, for example, like the Erland de Jacob, the rhythm section. They
yeah,
might find some kind of really cool Scott Walker kind of groove to it, which took it somewhere completely different,
yeah, yeah,
better than I could have ever imagined. Or like James, play like a mandolin on there, or 12
mm,
string or something like that, and guitar solo, and just and take it somewhere else. Again, I think that's the again, working with other people, potentially you can go places that you would never be able to
yeah,
go
yeah,
to on your own, because you only have a certain limit to how far you can go you personally. But when you're working with other people, you can spark off each
mm,
other,
definitely.
chemistry and all these things. So yeah, totally. They ended up sounding very different and
Mm,
better than I would have imagined. Uh, yeah,
nice.
it's a wonderful process. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you say, I guess one John Hassell bass line compared to an Alan bass line might be completely different and change the landscape of the song as well.
Yeah, yeah. For example, yeah, I think like that could be the best thing in the song. It could
Mm,
be like the guitar part or the bass part, or it's it's great. Yeah.
yeah, nice. And obviously you've got a following already with the Libertines and Libertines fans. How do you hope that this record's going to translate to them? Some of these fans might potentially be hearing your other work outside of Libertines for the first time. So how do you hope that comes across?
Well, I don't really know, to be honest, and I think I've kind of got to the point where like hopefully some people will hear it and
Mm,
think it's really cool,
yeah,
and I don't want to like ram it down anyone's throat. If
yeah, yeah.
people don't not into it, that's also fine. Um, so yeah, I think it's just really interesting to see whether people will enjoy it.
Yeah,
I think we can't force we can't force people to enjoy stuff. Is there?
No.
They have
No.
to, they have to enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
For real. Yeah.
And what you most looking forward to people hearing in the record? Is there some sort of response you hope to trigger with certain aspects of the record of the album?
Yeah, I mean, I think like there's, just for example, we have a song called "That Pale Lantern," which is just so weird in a way. It's so out there. It's like I don't think of anything that sounds like, it's really random.
Mm,
It sounds like some kind of weird like cowboy song with like strings and weird vocals and there's another song with shaded Roman eyes, which is kind of also random. It's about kind of I don't even know what it's about. We don't know what it's about. It's something about Rome, and the classical idealism
yeah.
of Western civilization. It's kind of, but it's got an awesome mandolin and strings and a moog in there and stuff like. It's just like really far out. All the songs are kind of really kind of taken to places I could never imagine.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I'm just really interested to see what people think of it.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
like there's other songs, talking about, yeah, loosely based on, experience of going to school when you're a kid. It's called Winter Term, and finding a friend at school when you first go into school, and it's kind of so dark and bleak, but then you
Mm,
find the friendship, a friend with you resonate with in school, and how that can give you hope,
yeah.
was maybe like enjoying yourself at school, but you found someone. That's really not doing it justice because it's a great song, but
Yeah.
so yes, just curious, really, to
Mm,
see
yeah.
if people get anything from it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We've got a little bit of time left. So if you don't mind, I've got a few quick fire questions if you want
Yeah.
to rattle through those quickly. So, first of all, what is John Hassell's least rock and roll habit?
Least rock and roll. Well, I would say snooker, but snooker's the new rock and roll, isn't it? So
You got Rocket Ronnie, yeah.
yeah, he's always. I mean, Ronnie's he's always quite rock and roll. I'm sure he was out back in the day,
Yeah.
out partying and stuff. But now it's all gone to China, isn't it? Snooker,
Yeah, yeah.
and it is the new rock and roll in China,
There you go.
snooker. But apart from that, I would say, well, Buddhism, that's a big part of my life,
Yeah,
but that's quite rock and roll as well, Buddhism. And I think that's it's about kind of being yourself and discovering your not being afraid to be yourself.
yeah, yeah,
And everyone's different. Everyone has their own personality, and Buddhism's about kind of bringing up your own personality and standing by it.
yeah,
So I think that's rock and roll.
yeah.
Uh, yeah. So
Okay.
what else do I like doing? Yeah. No, no, it's all rock and roll. Yeah.
We'll say snooker and Buddhism, but they are rock and roll these days.
Yeah.
What was the last song that you became obsessed with? Is there something recently you've heard?
Uh, recently, I've been listening to Mike Moore from Pete's band.
Yes.
He told me about an album by Gene Clark called No
Okay.
Other, which is, do you know that album?
No, I don't. I've never
It's
heard.
really good.
Okay.
It's just got this song called No Other,
Yeah.
and it's just got the meanest cowbell in it. It's got the
Oh,
best cowbell
really?
ever.
Yeah. I'll add it.
Just unbelievable.
I'll add it
So
to my list.
check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. What are the pre-gig nerves like these days? How do you get over those if you still have them?
Um, Yeah, I think sometimes my pre-gig nerves turn into kind of manifest obstacles. If that makes sense. Like so, in like a lot of the time in the past, we're all about overcoming the kind of the mental obstacles. But sometimes I think recently, like it's been more physical, and I keep on like whacking my fingers before a gig and stuff like that. So that's going to be my main problem. I just need to be more careful with
Mm,
my fingers.
yeah,
Um, yes, but pre-gig notes, occasionally it comes. It's like we do like with with Libertines do like a really big gig or something like that, and it's
yeah,
terrifying. And you
yeah,
kind of you have to get to that 51% sort of
yeah,
not nervous point, and then it's fine. But if you're only up on 49, then you're in trouble. So, but I think generally, I think Libertines, we kind of got a habit of kind of winning with with gigs, and I think we get to the point where like that's just we're gonna
yeah,
make it into
yeah,
something good. I think we've got a kind of confidence that we can do that live,
yeah,
which is great. And again, you kind of play to each other's strengths, if need be, and yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, luckily, I think when you get a bit older, personally, I'm not quite as terrified as I was when I was younger.
Yeah,
I think I kind of enjoy it more. I enjoy
nice.
sharing a moment with the audience, with the band,
Yeah,
and you've got this time together, and just really kind of treasure that time when
definitely. Yeah.
we spend an hour together
Mm.
and enjoy
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Um, is there anything in the world of music these days that sparks jealousy from yourself? Is there anything you get a little bit jealous of here?
Not really.
No.
Sadly enough, no, really. I don't think. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. We're listening to basically my son my son's music. He just plays music all the time,
Yeah.
and which is most of it so different to anything that I do. Libertines and my own stuff. I don't feel any jealousy. I don't feel like there's any kind of there's any there's any
Yeah.
competition in any way. So I don't feel that. I can see that it's great, and I really enjoy listening
Yeah.
to a lot
Yeah.
of modern music. But I think with guitar bands, I can't. I haven't really seen.
No.
I don't feel jealous of any
Yeah.
other guitar bands at the moment.
It's
Really,
a good way to
I'd
be.
like to feel jealous about guitar bands. Do you know any bands that I might feel jealous about?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot now. Um, to be honest, no. I mean, obviously, you've got bands like Fontaine's DC are really taking over at the moment, and if we're talking guitars,
Yeah, yeah,
so
they're great. Yeah,
yeah. But again, they're the sort of band you can put on and appreciate the art, aren't they? Rather than feel jealous that because it's quite different to the Libertine style, I guess.
yeah. I mean, like, I think also, I think I would was probably back in the day. I probably would have been more
Yeah,
jealous. But I think you kind of get to the point where you've already kind of had bit piece of the pie
yeah,
already, and so you're just kind of just happy for
yeah,
when you do
yeah, yeah,
see bands that are doing well and making it, and you just feel good on them,
yeah,
fair play to them, and you kind of feel just
yeah.
yeah,
We're,
rather being like some old mean old git.
yeah, yeah,
Like, "Ah, the best."
yeah. we're
Wish I hadn't. I'm a mean old git.
we're very very quickly running out of time, John, on our Zoom
Yeah,
recording.
on
So
that bombshell. Yeah,
thank you for coming on and good luck with the album and obviously Miracles is already looking like a success and the album's coming soon. Just before I let you go, you've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds. What's going on in the world of John Hassell with single release, album release, live shows, Libertine shows?
Okay. Yeah, right. So yeah, we've got we just had a single out on last week, which is amazing. You have to go and check it out. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then we've got an album coming out 17th of July. So, and there might be something before then. We don't know. It could be
Okay.
something coming out before then.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. And then, yeah, we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing some gigs. April Rain is going to come and do some gigs in the
Nice.
UK.
Amazing.
A bit later on. Which is going to be amazing. And Libertines are going to be playing a lot of festivals,
Yeah.
which will also be awesome.
Perfect. Cool. Thanks for your time, John. Sorry to
Brad,
rush you in there. But
yeah, well, thank you very much, Brad. That's lovely to speak to you, mate. And
yes,
I might
good
see
luck.
you in Hitching.
Yes, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there.
And a
So
baby
hopefully see you
shambles.
there. Yeah, and yeah, maybe a Margate afterwards. Who knows?
Yeah, that'll be there. That'll be
Yeah.
awesome. I'm going to come to that.
Perfect. Thanks, John. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.